Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network.
Today, I ask elect Kamala Harris for president.
She's going to sting you.
Go on, Demon Seed. Yeah.
She's going to sting you.
Yeah. Come on. That was a tableau. Liz Cheney. You know what occurred to me? They could be running against each other for president at some point.
Absolutely.
In 28, certainly.
Yeah. That was extraordinary. Oh, my God, to see them walking out to freedom like that and together.
Oh, and the crowd cheering, thank you, Liz.
Thank you, Liz. Oh, my God. She has more balls than every man in her entire party put together.
She'll still sting you.
She will.
By the way, people did point out the disturbing similarities on Twitter that both of our first votes were for Ronald Reagan. We both had fathers in Congress that ran for vice president. See, we have way more in common than divides us, Chris. That's what's great about this.
Do you want me
great
to try to
America.
book her?
Did you
Sure. Why not?
Did you lick envelopes for Republicans?
I looked other things for America.
Oh, my God. That was the Patreon
I
show.
served. Okay.
For
Anyway.
Goldwater?
No, I was not born yet until 1981.
Right.
I didn't even have a tongue.
So how did you vote
I didn't
for
have
Reagan?
a tongue yet.
Wait, hold on. How did you vote for Reagan then?
Oh. Well,
Oops.
somebody on
Proxy.
Twitter.
Proxy
you
vote.
can't read. You can't believe anything you see on Twitter. And Google has a well-known right-wing bias.
Not according to right-wingers.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Oh, God. What do we got now?
Let's see. Childless Puppy Pop writes, Thom says, first things first, happy birthday to you and President Carter. You look 23, not 43. Thom, you are...
He needs glasses. I'm sorry. Was that out loud? Was that my outside voice?
Thom was desperate to get his letter read on the air. That's what that was.
Listen, Thom, that's very sweet. But we like to stick with honesty here. I am 43.
You're not in your 50s. We're just going to go with that.
Let's not get ridiculous. I look 20.
We're just going to be honest and say she's not in her 50s.
Not in her 50s.
We're just going to go with that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now that you guys brought it up, I wasn't going to make this about me.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
Your name's on
Winnie.
the show.
It is about
All
you.
right, let's
Yeah.
make it about me.
How is it not about you?
Winnie tweets, SM, this will make your day. I'm watching the show on Free Speech TV. My mama got up and sat in the chair. She said, who's that pretty girl? Hi, Mama. Shared with you who your dad was because she voted for Goldwater Miller. I said, how old do you think she is? She said young, maybe early 40s. My mom is 98 and still vision like a hawk, obviously. Thank you, Winnie's mom. Thank you. Close enough. Early 40s. Yes. Just more confirmation of America's sweetheart, Carol Burnett's fantastic judgment. All right, let's move on. Oh, looky here.
What? You're still fighting?
Fantastic new jobs report. The dock workers' strike is over.
Oh,
What else? What are their
Well, it's
dirty
suspended.
tricks?
it's suspended until
Yes.
January.
What other dirty tricks you got up your sleeve? Donald Trump, all his criminality is out in the open. Everyone from Liz Cheney to Bruce Springsteen endorsed yesterday. I'm going to start my happy hour early. Good night.
Do you want me to get some rosé?
Yes.
I'll get an Uber home.
Also, I missed this one. Thank you, Kimberly Johnson. Entirely satisfying. County clerk and election denier Tina Peters was sentenced to 9 years in prison. This is what's going to happen to you. Go ahead, try to steal the election again for Donald Trump. You're going to prison, just like he is. Chris, who said, you are one of the most privileged people to ever sit in that chair. You are a charlatan and you're going to prison.
Sherman.
No, the judge and the Tina Peters. Didn't we just hear someone saying that to Donald Trump at some point? Isn't that like
Yes, that
someone was
makes more
saying
sense.
that transcript word for word could be about Donald Trump?
Yes.
Oh my God. Speaking of which, oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm all over the place this morning.
Yeah, you are.
I've been waiting for her forever. Suzanne Craig, author of Lucky Loser, How Donald Trump Squandered His Father's Fortune, Created the Illusion of Success.
And Russ,
Yes.
her co-author.
Yes,
as
her
well.
co-author, the Pulitzer Prize winning authors. Wow, this book is heavy. This is heavier than one of my girl weights. This is how you get a Pulitzer Prize. This is fantastic. Okay. Why do I get so little support in here? What's happening?
We've been supporting you all morning.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about...
What?
Oh, it's It's like an oil painting. Okay. U.S. Hiring surged in September, blowing past economics expectations, rebuking concern about weakness in the labor market. A fresh report marks one of the last major pieces of economic data before the presidential election. Employers hired 254,000 workers last month, far exceeding economist expectations of 150,000 jobs. They are running on nothing. I'm telling you, they're running on just pure fiction that we have some horrible economy and it's a crime-ridden hellhole when the FBI just released statistics showing how far, how far crime has fallen under Biden-Harris. Okay, so in the Liz Cheney thing, I just have to say, gave me chills a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're behind a big, party or country above party sign. I mean, it just kind of said everything.
It did.
Yeah, give me a little Liz. I know she'll sting me later. It's fine.
You all. Thank you. Thank you. Boy.
Her face. When they were
My
saying
God.
that, you could see the emotion in her face.
Yeah.
When they were
Yeah.
saying that, you really could.
I
She
mean,
really
compare
felt it.
to the cowardice of a Mitt Romney who understands every single bit as much as Liz Cheney is what a threat Donald Trump is to this country and doesn't have the balls to do. John Bolton, who
my
wrote in
God.
Dick Cheney last time.
gonna write in
now that
Ronald
Dick
Reagan.
Cheney is endorsing Kamala Harris, I'm going to write in Reagan.
Reagan's
What a
dead.
coward. Thank you. It's just it's stupid, as we always say, playing grab ass with democracy.
Reagan
when
died
our-
like 20 years ago.
Yeah, he's
at
been gone
this
a
point.
while.
Yeah.
He's been gone a while.
By the way, I had forgotten one fact. I cannot wait to talk to Glenn Kirshner as usual, but I'd forgotten. There's so many crimes. Like I had to remember. Oh, it was partially Suzanne Craig's reporting that the fraud conviction happened.
Right.
That criming. I was like, which criming? Because Mary Trump supplied a lot of records to her.
Right.
That,
Yes.
that. Anyway, this is all just a daisy chain of justice and happiness and beauty. Okay, but anyway, I totally forgot that all the criming that we talked about that just leaked from Jack Smith about the January 6th criming. I forgot it was also overlaid with the criming of stealing our classified documents. Right. Yes, Michael said bigger whopper that on January 20th, specifically not the 6th, he participated in the peaceful transfer of power. Yes, by ducking the inauguration to load boxes of stolen top secret documents on his plane and take off for Florida while Biden took the oath of office. Thank you. I forgot he was already on to his next criming after the violent coup failed.
Yeah.
Okay, I never thought I would say this. I need more Cheney. Can I have some more, please?
all right.
Please, sir.
As we meet here today, our republic faces a threat unlike any we have faced before. A former president who attempted to stay in power by unraveling the foundations of our republic, by refusing to accept the lawful results confirmed by dozens of courts of the 2020 election. We cannot turn away from this truth. In this election, putting patriotism ahead of partisanship is not an aspiration. It is our duty.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, in one day. And the boss. If the boss tells you to do something, what do? You do it. Bruce Springsteen.
Hi, I'm Bruce Springsteen. Friends, fans, and the press have asked me who I'm supporting in this most important of elections. And with full knowledge that my opinions no more or less important than those of any of my fellow citizens, here's my answer. I'm supporting Kamala Harris for president and Tim Walz for vice president.
Yeah. By the way, someone was saying if you watched his whole thing, it really was like a love letter to America. And he did talk about, this is what he's been writing about his whole life, the working man. One more. The
Donald Trump is the most dangerous candidate for president in my lifetime. His disdain for the sanctity of our Constitution, the sanctity of democracy, the sanctity of the rule of law, and the sanctity of the peaceful transfer of power should disqualify him from the office of president ever again.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand the meaning of this country, its history, or what it means to be deeply American.
Amen.
Yeah. Good for you, boss. Thank you. I would prefer if you went on to say America under Donald Trump would rip the bones from your back. It would be a death trap, a suicide trap. You got to get out while you're young. or something along those lines.
I'm not going to get out of America. I'm going to stay and fight for it.
It's the lyrics of Born to Run. For God's sakes, what is wrong with you?
I know,
Okay.
but they're not apropos here. 'Cause we're not going
I'm
to get
saying
out.
under Donald Trump.
I see. I'm going to stay and fight.
This is just, it's like working with a lead weight on my back. Okay, here's what the comedians must save America. That's why we're doing the Sexy Liberal Save America. It's actually the Save the World tour.
Right.
Right? Because I'm telling you, sometimes I think this stuff is more effective than any campaign ad. The stuff that people like Jimmy Kimmel are doing. That it's the basic thing that we keep saying. Are you kidding me? With all the press about Biden's too old and Trump, who is essentially the same age, is okay. So sometimes you have to like see the montage because you're thinking a lot of people might not see the rallies or they're not paying attention. But I just thought I heard this earlier this morning.
Republicans were very worked up about Joe Biden and how old he was and his energy level, his ability to lead. But even though Trump is only 3 years younger than Joe Biden, they don't seem too worried about that anymore.
Biden can't walk. He can barely speak.
We just set another stock rocket.
He can read off a teleprompter.
Shifting production to Thailand.
These people need to step down. They're too old.
We like to listen to AM radio.
He's old. He's really old.
They used to call it TiVo. Now they have TiVo.
President Biden is so divorced from reality.
Chuck Schumer has become a Palestinian.
Has Joe Biden really lost touch with all reality?
I'm a better looking person than Kamala.
You can already see his decline.
Will repeat your...
There comes a time where you take the keys away from Grandpa.
Yes,
Yep.
yes,
Wow.
Senator Cruz. Yes,
Wow!
Senator Cruz.
Wow! Wow! Yes, and some of this, of course, is visual, but you know what we're talking about.
They're eating the dogs.
The cognitive decline is degenerative. It gets worse, not better.
They're eating the cats.
We could give you examples. For example.
Ding, 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 ding.
For example.
Hurrah, MAGA. MAGA, MAGA.
The man is non-functional.
I'm Joe Biden, and they made me withdraw. That's a bunch of banana oil.
That's right. It is a bunch of banana oil. But the MAGA faithful, God bless them, they're still showing up. They're still buying hats.
Thank you, Jimmy Kimmel. More people will see that, right? Than
Yeah.
will watch his rally. Or the mainstream media doesn't cover it. The same washing goes on and on.
Yeah.
Like anything he says at this point makes any
Yeah.
sense.
Did you see Jimmy Kimmel's bit with Haley Joel Osment as J.D. Vance trying to buy a donut? Oh, my God. It was funny.
But see, that breaks through, and
Yeah.
the SNLs and all that.
Yes.
Better than
Yeah.
I think anything else. But good for him because they deliberately don't show those kind of clips on mainstream
Right.
media.
Right.
All right, so I'm fairly happy, Clappy. I heard our friend Ellie Mistal say Trump's going to get away with everything. John Roberts will protect him all the way down the line. To which, no, I like my legal news. Happy Clappy. No.
There's no denying it. The vibes are really good right now. But vibes alone won't save our democracy. We need votes. At the Grassroots Democrats HQ, we know what it takes to win elections. Knocking doors, making calls, sending texts, and writing postcards. If we're going to elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz and give them the Democratic Congress to pass their agenda, then we need to roll up our sleeves and talk to a record number of voters between now and November 5th. But let's be clear, we can't do it without you. So, are you ready to work? This is a fight for freedom and our future, and everything is at stake. Don't wake up on November 6th wishing you had done more. Join us. Go to grassrootsdems.org today to sign up to volunteer, and let's go win this thing.